Hi, I'm John, big guy holding the camera's Tex, and welcome to Raw Talk. And boy, oh boy, aren't you in for a surprise today. Check out the Exotica in this car park. As Tex is panning around, we've got Ferraris, we've got Lamborghinis, we've got Mustangs, we've even got quirky, and we've even got elegant. So we're going to go for a walk. We'll try and stop beside a few of them, get hold of the owners, and get a brief chat on how they own them or how they came about to own them, and just a brief description on the car. Nice little Lotus. Come in, spinner. More like come in, spider. That's a bit rough. Yeah, he came in sliding into the corner. Oh, check out the oldies. Yeah. What's that one? I haven't seen that before. Bit of a beast, isn't it? It's a Lincoln. Okay. Holden.
They're on the side though. Yeah, they're up there.
Yeah.
Just your mate next door.
that.
How's a candy apple on this thing?
We're trying to get back to going to New Zealand once we've won.
Coming now. Another Lamborghini. Ooh, they're all coming in today.
And just for all the Ford fans out there, we've got a real lovely XC Sundowner panel van. I think I've seen this one getting around Perth there for a while. Looks like it's just finished a restoration, but if you have a look at the lines on it, nice, clean, good yellow paint on it, beautiful rims. This is going to be a mixed bag today. As you can see, we've got BMWs coming through. There's an Elephant out the back there. There's a couple of Porsches. That seems to be like a TRZ V. Where did that get out? Beautiful Mustang there. Boss 302, just hiding behind this Pajero, but we'll come back to that. Nice classic XY GT. You would have seen this one, something similar to this down at the Daly's Car Meet. Little MG. These are great roadsters. Also this MB. God. I can see a nice little RS 2000 coming through very shortly. This one's out. Shout out to all the Phils out there. That's what I was thinking of, a TR6, a nice little roadster there as well. And this guy needs no introduction. This is Bill Lee. I've known Bill for some time. This is the guy responsible for getting me into pocket racing back in the day with my VC Commodore. Bill, fantastic car. How are you?
I'm exceptionally well.
As always. Can you tell us a bit about your car, mate?
Yeah, well, this is a 1927 Pontiac two-penny Roadster. They only made 42 of them, and this is the to my knowledge, it's the only known one in the world, because they've never found another restored one. So it's got a bit of a history. I've had it for a long time, and did most of the work on it.
Is this something you restored yourself, Bill, or is this the condition that you got it in?
I've got a mate in Queensland, in New South Wales, and he bought them, and I saw it years ago, and I said, I'll have that car. And when it came over, the body was all done, and we did the mechanicals. So. And I painted it the same colour as my Huntmobile, because I've got a 29 Huntmobile too, you know, and they just turn heads, but it's just a beautiful car.
I was about to ask her, the paint on this is flawless. Just a bit of...
This was done over 20 years ago, this car. It looks like it's done yesterday.
And you've kept it in amazing condition.
Oh, well, that's what you've got to do. It sits in an air-conditioned showroom, and I call it Isabel. It's my girlfriend.
Good on you, Bill. I love that. For those guys that don't know, Bill Lee is like the Western Australian arm of HDT Commodore. So if there's anything Commodore related that you want to know about, this is the man to go to. He's based in Osmond Park. Fantastic guy. Awesome service. Thanks, Bill. And this car show brings out all sorts. Here we have a nice 750S McLaren. You can see the owner just, not blasé, but just bring the car in, nonchalant, not really worried about it, willing to bring it out to a club meet like this. Stunning car. And here we have a stunning VJ Charger. Looks like a vitamin C orange. It's got its 265 in there. I guess for drivability, the guys put a 350 Holy on it, maybe even a 500. If you know your 6 cylinders, triple carbs on these things are a menace, but I think the Webbers hold a tune better. When I had my little Tirana, I had triple SUs on it, and it was a nightmare. So looking in the inside, he's got like a CL70 dash. He's got colour-coded seats through there, and also the dash as well. Beautiful paint job on this, far out. And if you catch it in the sun, it really lights up the car park. Beautiful car, far out. Nice set of wheels on it. Yeah, have an adventure, man. There's only one you won't get this. But I'm just about and in the lineup, we've got a VE Valiant. As you can see, it's got that real aggressive setback front end. That's what I like about these cars. They've got that unique, tough look to them. So being a 770, more than likely, got a 273 from the factory. So obviously it's had a lot of performance upgrades in there. Edelbrock manifold, alley heads, MSD ignition. We'll just pan it around. You know, it's starting to show its age a bit, but this guy's just getting it out there. He's doing the miles on it. He's attending those car shows. Nice black interior. You know, these cars are going to be real sought after one of these days. I mean, as an entry level for a good coffee and cars cruiser, you wouldn't go past these early Valiants, your VGs, your VEs. Man, I'd love to get one of these, especially a black one with a Hillborn. Oh.
Guys, just have to go back this way.
So we've just caught up with Mick, and Mick's background is that he imports stuff in and out of America. So if you've got any of those sort of needs, you reach out to Mick. He has containers going to and fro, and this is a result of that. He's got a C10 pickup here, which has featured on Raw Talk before. And this thing is a box of tricks. It's got the 454, it's got a computer-controlled 480 LE gearbox, low diff gears, and as you were saying, this thing considered 100 k's an hour at basically 1200 RPM. And I don't know if it gets any better than that when you're packing a big block. Amazing car. But, like I said, jump over to the channel and get that in-depth interview. Yep. And look at this stunning EK. 6-cylinder with a blower hanging off it. This guy obviously has smiles for miles. He's got the blower on there, a full white interior, like a candy red. I don't know if you can capture that in the sun, but like a candy red paint job. Beautiful rims. This thing's like a true show car. A white interior, no oil stain, so this is meticulous. As Tex is zooming in on that engine bay, you can see that this guy's decided to go for an old school power plant by having a blower on the side of it, which these days everyone goes for that V8 option. Gold inserts on the seats, and it's also a manual with a blower. Obviously this guy enjoys driving it. Beautiful T-bucket here. Reminds me of the old Munster show where Eddie Munster or Herman Munster had this sort of style of car. Lots of chrome, and you can imagine the power to weight ratio in this car. He's got the side pipes, small block Chev. He's got the narrow, and if Tex zooms in on those back tyres, the Mel Mickey T Sportsmans. Lockyer shifter. It's an automatic car. Jeez, this would be a handful to drive. I could imagine. Lots of chrome. Ooh, wee. I'm going to say to guess that it's running the fiberglass body. Yeah, fiberglass body car. So it's obviously a repo, but you know, a lot of time and effort's gone into this car. A stunning 68 just sitting in the crowd here. You can always tell the 68 Camaros because the 67s, I've got the vent, the quarter vent window just sitting here. Left-hand drive. Ooh, so we look at that gearbox. So it's sporting either a T56, judging by the offset of that shifter. Massive rims under it. So this is like Hugger orange with white stripes. I'm gonna say that it's still, hopefully it hasn't been, judging by this car, I might have got the 302, I can't tell. It's RS, no, it's an SS. Now, for all the guys out there, these Range Rovers are now becoming sought after. The Suffix A sold over in Sydney for $180,000, and the D's being the affordable ones at the moment, they're around that $15,000 mark. And look at the interior, this thing is freaking awesome. So I'd love to know the value on this one. And most importantly, it's a two-door. So I'd have the small V8 in it, probably the 3.9. Twin exhaust, new tyres all round on it. Man, oh man, another one that I'd like to put in my collection. Yeah, check this out. An awesome Mark 1 Mustang. Late model, I was going to say about 71, 72. Like, I'm not familiar with these cars, but great paint. This has had a full resto done on it as we look through. Nice interior, beautiful. So this is everything, I'd say it's period correct, that he's got, you know, when we look at the stitching in it, that style of shifter. Rear spoiler. Awesome chrome work on it, far out. Beautiful fastback. I mean, these things are becoming sought after now as well. Like, a lot of guys went through that stage of buying the 65, 66 models, and now these ones are like the next one in the queue to jump up in value. Yeah, there's a friend of mine that owns one of these also, but his is like that bronzy colour. And as Tex would have looked on that bonnet, this thing's packing a 429. What more can you say about, I'm going to say that's Brooklyn's green Corvette, 427, side pipes, it's low, it's got racing stripes. Man, this thing is fantastic. 427, side pipes, and just the icing on the cake, it's a frickin' manual. Huh. Ooh wee. Loud and fast and low. You couldn't ask for more in a car, and as we can see on the roof here, it's got the Targa top. Far out, great car. Absolute great car. I love this colour combination on it. The white against that green looks amazing. Oh wee. Another one to dream about. You've got to check this out. It's not every day you'll see a Ferrari with a white roof and white highlights around the car. It's got, you can see that's got that small link legacy back to with the Italian colours in the seats, on that steering wheel, down here on the side splitters underneath the car. By no means do I know Ferraris, but a 458. And you've actually got to check out this engine. Just we'll zoom in on that engine there, Tex. Now, isn't that a work of art? And it's a crowd swell here at the moment. A nice James Bond special. You'd have that theme music playing in that car 24/7 if I was driving that. Great. Cool. And here's that 427 Corvette. We've done the walk around before. Side pipes, that classic white over green. Beautiful car, absolutely beautiful. And some cars pop in the sunlight, and this is no exception. This thing absolutely is glowing. Oof. Like a tricolour pearl of some sort. Deep. And it's a McLaren. You'd have to be happy with that.
Oh, there's some supercars coming in a little while, just so you know.
So we've got some luxury car hires. All these ones you can hire it. I wouldn't know what the pricing is, so Perth luxury car hire. Beautiful. And here's that classic Range Rover that we were shooting before. Like, I have got a soft spot for those forward drives, as I mentioned before. Just going to try and hit him up real quick. Okay, buddy. Suffix C or suffix D?
Yep.
Yep.
D.
D. Ooh, wee. Sorry, bud.
You're all right, mate.
And there goes your Lamborghini Cup car. That's precious, and it's also a waitlist car, so another special order. This is a queue car, so you go into a queue to order these sort of cars. Beautiful colour scheme. It's got racing numbers on it. And an amazing Ferrari. Look at the colour scheme on this. My goodness. Massive carbon fibre brakes, big rotors. Ooh, wee.
You want to be a volunteer? Yay!
We've got a lovely 68, backed. Beautiful. And we've got a super tough 69 rolling through. Old man driving it, original paint, patina style sort of car. RX-7, Veal side style spoiler kit on it, lumpy as. You can just hear that idling in the background. I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say it's probably a 22B rotary. It does sound angry. Beautiful JDM special car, that's for sure. He's got the classic Sen nudes as his white walls on the tyres. '57 ragtop. So a few of these cars are making their way out of here now. So it's, oh, that's like a Continental pack that's got the spare tyre on the back. Nice black Firebird convertible also. Rare car. Black. Nice black with that red interior. Now, as I said before, coming into this, there's a lot of cars here that's above my knowledge level. As we're panning around, we're just here on the exit, so nice 60. Oh, that's a 67 Camaro RS. Great car. And for you rally fans, a little nice little RS leaving the scene now. It's a Jensen Interceptor. This thing's actually packing a 383 big block. Had a quick word with this owner, and he managed to put this back on the road after it sat in storage for a long time. So we're gonna have a chat with that guy at a later stage. Red 55, great car. Some sort of Renault. Gotta admit, that looks nice shape on it. Yeah, I like that. Have a chat with us on that interview from before, and he's telling us about a bit of the background on that car. So it was nice of him. Describe the colour on that, and also financial advice. Thank you, Vic. And here we go. Lovely. Look at the colour on this Mustang Mark 1, like a turquoise colour. We did do a feature on this car. Just follow through. We got classic HZ Kingswood. Beautiful car. Look at the colour on it. Look at it in the sunlight. If you could just catch that. Looks like it's had a bare metal paint job, because you can see that faint line on the rear quarters. We're starting to wind up the car show at the moment, so nice charger, nice Cobra just leaving there. This is that Sundowner that we kind of done a walk around on before. It's a great car. Even Howard Astor would be proud of that one. Funny, I know that's special. Oh, even got the black vinyl roof on it, that turquoise colour. Amazing. Good on you, buddy. That's stunning. Late model MG little Roadster. Like BBS style rims on it also. 35, we'll have to have a look at it as it comes past. But that's another one that I'd love to own one of these days. Beautiful CJ. Got like the old Chryslers. BJ45, this thing's had a full resto. This is, every square inch of this car has had some form of work done on it. It's a great car. Porsche. Oh, GT3. Bosworth Sierra, extra special. I think, you know, back in the days when Dick Johnson campaigned one of these were absolutely super quick cars. Wow, in the sunlight you can see it's got like a green hue to it. Far out, they were fast in their day. You know, it's real weird, I can't hear that Porsche come past. Beautiful Lotus. Hey boy, this thing is loud. A side pipe blown. 72 Corvette. Look at the murals on the side of it. If you can catch that in the sunlight. That, far out. Beautiful colour, absolutely beautiful colour.
This is the upcoming shows. Have a good one.
Vauxhall. Mighty VJ. It's making its way out now. We've kind of done a walk around of this car, and now that you can see it in the sunlight, beautiful car, beautiful. That owner's proud as punch. He's loving life driving it. Good on you, buddy. Love that car. You know, he's built an amazing streeter there. Like we've done that close-up of the engine bay before, and he's more than happy with it. A few Ferraris making their way out. Now that's, when you look at it for contrast, you've got the red and you've got the blue, so as standouts, fantastic. Nice. Now, goes to show, I love this guy's life choices. He's driving a Ferrari. What more can you say? So look at the contrast against the red against the blue. The blue really pops as well. Beautiful colour. Good on you, buddy.
Did a great job, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy.
Beautiful Jag leaving as well. This guy's in true British theme. He's got a Mark 1 Escort. These are an absolute weapon as well back in the day. The ones that have got the large flares on it are the Mexican style, but this being the Mark 1. You don't underestimate these sort of cars. You might even have a Lotus motor in it. You just don't know, that's for sure. Now we've got a Lotus. Now this, I think this might be called a Clubman. So these are like your ultimate track cars. If you could have if you're kind of like on a budget, you wanted to go racing, that's exactly what you'd want. Ideal for it, they're perfect. 66 notchback Corvette, Mustang, sorry. Now out of all the Mustangs, I would always go a notchback over a fastback. I just like that look. They got that more tougher stance to them. And this guy's on a nice tidy resto on his Mini, and it sounds angry as well. You can hear it just coming by. And a few V-dubs. They're always good for a crackle map tune if you got them injected up, especially these later model ones. It's got the BBS rims on it. The classic T-bucket. I wanted to see who would be driving this. Look at the offset on those rims and tyres. Holy dooly. Loud, proud. I'm going to say it's a suicide machine, but he's having fun doing it, that's for sure. Ooh, big 9-inch under the back end of it. Nice XPU. Looks like it's had a restoration this time. Chrome looks fantastic on it. It's got weld rims on it. Great car. Great car. No, the old FJ45 labelled as the Iron Pig. This guy's done an amazing resto on it. This classic colour scheme. So it's got the brown roof, white bonnet. This is how they basically were born, but they had a kind of like a silver hue rim on it. Great job, buddy. Ooh. Another Porsche, like a cup car, I'd say, judging by the size of that wing on the back. Another beautiful Mini. Oh, look at the colour on it. White roof, blue. An early girl. Wow, they are actually big, these late model Camaros. Ooh, woo. Great colour. Oh. Now look at this Impala, my goodness. Great car, airbag, two lads enjoying themselves. I got to admit, this is the way you want to be rolling around in style. Hey guys, great car, you enjoying your day out today? What got you into this style of car, mate?
Three machine picked me up, and I have another car, and then trying to find someone with big fins. Found this big old girl.
And you heard it, like usually guys of these days are into the more modern muscle cars, but it just goes to show you just don't underestimate anyone that comes to these car shows. Young guys, thank you so much. Look at the fins on this, great, love it. And Austin 7 at that, my dad would be all over this. I take it that this guy's done his style of a restoration on it. Good paint, painted rims, tidy little car to come to a coffee and cars with. We've done a little feature on this car earlier in the day, and this colour is reminiscent of the John Player cars of the mid-80s. Here you are, sir.
Beautiful.
I did do a walk around of this car because I love the colour scheme on it.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Good on you, mate.
Have fun.
Yeah, you too. Don't be scared to give it a red. We've got to hear it.
It doesn't sound as good as that.
Of course it does.
Yeah, not too close to the mic, it's on the sensitive.
It's in a Morgan 8. For another fantastic day at this car show. Everyone's kind of leaving at the moment, but as a backdrop, two fantastic Lamborghinis. And I mean, what a great day. I was overwhelmed when we look at the cars that were here today. And I like to think that it was an education for everyone. Morning, Paul. John from Raw Talk. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, good, John.
Give us a few words on how this has grown to this size and how it came about.
It's just the community building itself. So this all happened because the Porsche Club of Western Australia decided to do a cars and coffee. We didn't invent the idea. It's been happening all around the world since the mid-1980s.
Yep.
And so I told everyone in the Porsche Club, look, just bring something is not a Porsche. You know, and what sneaky things have you got in the garage? And 67 cars turned up with E-Type Jaguars and De Tomaza Panteras and so I thought, wow, this is really cool. And I called a mate of mine up, Paul Blank, and I said to Paul, who's been in the car industry forever, I said, come on, Paul, let's do this thing called Cars and Coffee. And he goes, okay. So he invited a few people out. 150 cars turned up to the
That's a
first
lot of
event.
cars.
This
Yeah.
is back in 2016.
Yep.
And we thought, this is a fun thing. How can we make this happen? And then obviously Prostate Cancer Foundation is like the perfect type.
Gotcha.
Of,
Yeah, that
you
would
know,
be your link to.
the right sort of charity for this demographic, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But then we needed to choose the community because we've actually chosen this really carefully. This is a community of European cars, classic cars unmolested prior 1980,
Yes.
exotics, right? These are special cars that we know are in people's garages. So they're not the Holdens and the Fords or the latest Commodores and things like that,
Yep.
because they've all got custom cars and coffee,
You
and
weren't
it's
chasing.
a big event.
So you weren't chasing the mainstream sort of
No,
cars. You want
because
those
we don't
unique.
have the space.
Gotcha.
You
That
know?
makes sense.
So quietly, we started with only 250 cars, 300, 350. Now we'll get probably about 800 cars across
that's a lot
5
of
car
cars, yeah.
parks, including the latest one, which is Classic Cars and Coffee JDM, so Japanese
Yep.
domestic market. Those guys are their own community, which is wonderful, but they're part of this community too.
So you're in a prestigious location at the UWA. So how did that link?
Yeah.
So you're.
So UWA was wonderful, and they continue to be. So they have an edict that says that they want to reach out to the public
Yep.
on the weekends in a way where the public likes being involved with the UWA grounds.
Yep.
Well, gosh, you know, look at this.
Makes sense.
And so they all roam around here and go, this is a beautiful place, because it is. It's a gorgeous place, UWA.
You've got the
so
right-
we're so fortunate to have, you know, all these cars here. So we're in car park 3, and then this great big long road is called car park 4, and then right at the end is car park 6, and then right at the very end is car park 9. We fill all of them now.
I've got to say that when you look at the backdrop and the sort of cars that you get here, he's very fortunate that these exotics suit this location
Yes.
perfectly.
Yeah, they
So
do.
that marries up really well,
Really well.
with what you're doing.
Yep.
So this is the Classic Cars and Coffee, and it also supports the Breast Cancer Foundation. I think.
So no, it's Prostate Cancer
Prostate
Foundation.
My apologies, prostate
no
cancer.
problem.
And
Oh, there's a good cause too.
yeah, and that's on behalf of Derek. Like, I just want to say thank you and thanks for the work that you're doing.
Oh, you're most welcome. Good on you. Appreciate
Good
you
on you,
coming
buddy.
along.
Thank you, mate.
See you.
Thanks, Derek.